And welcome to the Invention Licensing Show. I'm your host, David Fedewa, and I'm here to help you license your product. Today, we're going to talk about the 80-20 rule of licensing. First, I'll jump into what it is. So the 80-20 rule, this is Pareto's Principle. If you've ever heard of it, or if you haven't heard of it, it is a principle of 20% of your actions produce 80% of your results, and 80% of your actions produce 20% of your results. So what, in essence, the principle is that there are few things that you do that actually produce results. And the majority of people are doing the 80% of things that produce the lesser of the results. And in licensing, I feel that the percentage is skewed a little bit more, where it's 85, maybe even 90-10, where 10% of the actions that you take produce 90% of the results. And so that's very important for inventors who are looking to get their product licensed quickly and who don't have necessarily a lot of time to waste on the busy work of inventing. And so it's knowing and understanding the things that it takes to get your product license and the things that are important, the actions that are important on getting your product on the shelf. So some of the things in the 80, right? The 80% of things that produce very little results. Going to get manufacturing quotes on your product, fully developing your product. These are things that inventors usually waste a ton of time doing that don't necessarily bring any fruit. Prototyping doesn't necessarily bring any fruit. You need a prototype a lot of the times. That works, but you don't. What I see is a lot of inventors love the prototyping process, and so they will prototype and then re-prototype and try to recreate and perfect do all these little things and essentially spend 6 months, a year, 5 years, I've even heard of 10 years perfecting prototypes, and they don't sell. So it's like, why waste all this time on them? And so those are a lot of the things that I see inventors, perfecting a provisional patent application. Like, you need it good, but having it be spectacular and all these different, improvements, like there gets to be a point where there's diminishing return. And so what I like to focus on are the things that matter in getting your product licensed. One, it's having emotionally impactful marketing material. I'm not saying having great camera, great lighting. You don't necessarily need any of that. You just need to have a good message. And so that's the first thing, is having a good message in your marketing material that is communicatable and gets people excited. And the second thing is getting it in front of potential licensees. All the other stuff is busy work to get to those 2 points. If you have good marketing material, and actually I have a great example of this that I'm going through right now. I had a product that I worked on, marketing material was mediocre. I went out and pitched it. This was a little bit ago, a couple of years ago, and I didn't get the results I was looking for. I redid the marketing material. Now, I'm pitching to the same companies. They're calling me back. They're saying, we're interested. We love this product. We want to license it. And so that's why it's impactful. So you need those two things together: impactful marketing material and getting your product in front of the right people to say yes or no. And so if you can do those two things well, you can license products. I see inventors that I coach that they have mediocre products or mediocre innovations, but they do those two steps well and they crush it. They get licensing deals. And I see the flip side of that. I see people with great innovation that don't do those steps well, and they can't get interest. They can't get a deal. They can't even get somebody to say, we're interested in your product. But in reality, they have better products, but they just don't do those steps well. And so if you are going through this journey and you're not getting the responses that you are looking for, I'll reevaluate those two things. The Pareto's Principle of licensing is making sure that those two things are the best that they can possibly be. One, having good marketing material, and two, you are getting in front of the right people and pitching them your message, your benefits. If your product is good, your marketing material is good, then you'll get interest. And so that is what I focus on when I license products. So I move through this process very quickly. A lot of people, they spend months doing, getting pricing or figuring out manufacturing or getting the perfect prototype. And I spend days getting a decent prototype, getting a decent PPA, filing my PPA, and then getting in front of potential licensees as quick as possible, because I know that those two things are the most important. So if you take anything away from this video, get good marketing material and get in front of the right people. That will change your outcome of getting products licensed. I hope you liked that episode of License Your Invention with David Fedewa. As you know, I'm always here to help you license your product. If you're looking for coaching or more information on how to license products, check out inventtribe.com. And on the next video, we're gonna go over the one thing to do before you get started calling companies.